Raging Al, what do you think about our dynamic?
Last.
What do
you think of the show?
This is great. I feel like I'm just
No.
I'm in awe.
Then never mind that. Last week, of course, you know what I'm going to say. There was the huge press conference, Khabib and Conor. It was on TMZ again this morning, which, you know what blew my mind? The coverage on TMZ, they were like, oh, it was vintage Conor McGregor. He was on rare form. He was hilarious, all the rest of it. That's not how I saw it, if I'm honest. I saw him being a bit of a fucking maniac, out of control. What did you think of everything?
He definitely seems a little more out of control and wild.
Al, eat your mic a little bit more, sorry.
Good here? All right, there we go. Yeah, I think he was definitely a little more out of control than usual. He definitely hit some things that I think Khabib's going to... Got to Khabib, you know. He dug deep.
The stuff about Chechnya and all that type
getting
of
into
stuff,
that kind of stuff. I think that definitely hits home, and it's hard. You know, I think Khabib went in there with the mindset of, I know this guy's going to talk trash. I know what he's going to go, you know, get after. But I don't think he knew he was going to go there, and I think that might get to him a little bit. I think Khabib could have went in more. I think he could have got after Conor. You know, the guy threw a dolly at a bus with a bunch of women on it. You know,
but I thought Khabib handled it the best way. He just sat there and pretty much said nothing. He's like, all right, fuck it, I'll let you make a fool out of yourself, and I'll just sit here and do my thing.
That was better for him to sit, because when he did talk shit, he
folded.
He's the wrong kind of foreign to talk shit. He's like, make example of you, will I? 2018, 6 October.
Yeah.
6 October. 6 October.
6 October.
That's
you will see how crazy thing is in country come from.
Exactly.
And Conor McGregor's doing like fucking burpees on the in a suit.
No, because you're always going to lose that match. I mean, Conor's a great talker, so he did the right thing. Just sit there. And to be honest, he couldn't get a word in edgeways anyway, you know, so why try and force it? Just let him do the thing. Oh, thanks. How many... Oh, that's pretty pathetic.
2,800 viewers is pathetic.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's one of the first times I've ever done an Instagram Live, so...
I mean,
maybe people don't know.
At that moment.
What do you do? How do you save that?
Just hit share.
Share.
Wait, no. Yeah, hit share.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. He's psychotic. Trust me. I mean, his version of the story.
This is how your hotel fights start, Lewis.
Putting my finger right in his face. I was like, yeah, motherfucker, you messed with the wrong Puerto Rican rattlesnake, motherfucker.
Pretty much.
My first words was, you cocksucker, let's have a drink.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm saying, but it quickly became what I said.
Yes.
Quickly. You know, so yeah, you didn't immediately do that. We ordered a whiskey, and then, anyway, we're going off track again.
All right. So yeah, this press conference was crazy. I thought that Conor, it was weird because there was moments of like greatness where you're like, oh shit, I'm like getting really into it, and then there's moments where he like downplays the bus incident where he's like you know you made me do that on the bus, and you're like, dude, I don't know, man. I almost feel like and I get what he's almost saying, like he's getting emotional, but you almost have to
Khabib?
No, Conor. Because Conor said he had made a statement something along the lines of, you made me, you know, do that, and a girl got hurt because you stayed on the bus. He was sort of blaming Khabib for not getting off.
Yeah.
And it was like, you gotta own that, dude. You gotta fucking take responsibility. It was a moment where you fucked up.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, because I don't think he helped himself, because he's got civil lawsuits going on. He's got Michael Chiesa, Ray Borg, God knows who else, suing him over that incident.
I'm gonna hop on that.
Yeah, seriously.
Fuck it, why not?
I was on the bus. I took a fight with a crazy Russian on a day's notice.
Yeah, so you should sue him because indirectly it was Conor's fault.
Wait, were you on the bus?
You should sue him for your win bonus.
Whoa, you were on the bus?
I was there.
Oh shit, you were on the
Sue
bus.
him, you moron! Are you out of your mind? Right now, get away.
No, I don't sign off on people suing each other.
I'm sick.
If you're a real man,
Get that whiskey money.
You go and have a conversation, but fuck it, some people are suing him, but shit, I didn't even know you were on the bus.
Yeah, I was on the bus. Yeah.
So what do you think of all this? The whole bus thing?
I think he's a lunatic. I think he's out of his mind. That was probably the best. I'm just mad I wasn't on the plane ride over here. I wanted to be on that. That must have been so
exactly.
fucking... They took a private jet, 10 hours. They were probably just having a party. 6 hours, whatever it is. That must have been insane. But, yeah, we thought we were getting... I didn't know what the hell was going on.
So let me ask you this. If you were on the bus, which you were, but you were fighting Conor... Oh, no, because Khabib weren't fighting Conor either. Let's say he was coming after you and he threw the dolly into the bus saying, fucking hell. What would you have done? Would you have stayed on the bus or got off?
At that point, I think
if you had a fight on Saturday night, because you got to remember, you're fighting, you're there to do a job, you've done a training camp, a lot of money on the line. You're not going to throw that out the window.
Yeah, you're giving that up. It's very easy for he's giving up nothing.
It's easy to try and act tough and be like, oh, I would have got off the bus.
Yeah.
But if
there was no. I really think he wanted to get off the bus.
Doing whatever they were doing on the plane. You're sober. You've been dedicated for 8 weeks. You've done a training camp. You've spent money. You're there with your coaches. You're not going to throw that out the window to go have a petty fucking fight, which isn't even going to be a fight. The security are going to break everyone up. No one's going to get at anybody. But the result will be that the UFC are going to pull you from that card for sure. Maybe a suspension. Maybe a lawsuit. Maybe a criminal charge. You know, that's the reality.
Yeah. No, that whole thing was just, that was the craziest 3 days of my life. The bus incident happened, and the next day I find out I'm fighting for the headlining the Barclays Center, and then the day after that I actually fight headlining the Barclays Center. That was just the craziest thing. But Khabib, I think he kind of wanted to get off that bus. There was no one getting off the bus. Bunch of UFC employees were there. They shut that thing down right away, closed the doors.
You could have gone through the window.
Back the bus. That's the only way to get out.
Was there anyone covering the window?
There was. We didn't know what the hell was going on. First, people started banging on the bus. So I'm like, fans. It's too loud to be fans. What the heck is that? And then out of nowhere, so I thought they were running someone over. I thought they were running somebody over, and they were trying to get them to stop the bus. You're like, boom, 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 stop! The bus just started pulling away.
Right.
So they're like, boom, boom, stop! You're like killing somebody. I don't know. And then something comes flying through the windows. I'm like, holy shit! Is a terrorist attack or something?
Wow, shit!
I thought it was like a shooting or something.
Because I can imagine the noise.
There was.
The noise was pretty intense.
Crazy.
I'm sure.
And it was on the other. Happening. It was on the other side of the bus in the front. So we were all in the back.
Was there rumors? Each mic a little bit more, dude. They only pick up like
the worst.
Slide your chair in.
Yeah. So were there rumors that like, oh, Conor and his crew were coming to New York?
No, there was no.
Had heard anything like
this
that.
Came out of no. We did the press conference. We got onto the bus.
I knew,
and it was just craziness.
But I'm not saying anything.
Circle of trust.
Circle of trust. Boom.
Michael Bisping could have.
Oh, anyway. I'm out the circle. But go on. Sorry. So sorry, Al.
I
lost it. Whatever.
Yeah.
No, but you were saying that you had no idea that
no idea what was going on. Thing come flying through the window, and then we saw him come run around the other side, and I was like, oh, it don't make sense what's going on now. This is I whipped out my phone and just started videoing things. Of course.
And were you guys, were you sort of like, I mean, at that point, was it like, did it feel like a fucking like, holy shit, dude, somebody's gonna get hurt, or was it sort of like, oh, it's just Conor at that point? At first,
so you know Pravino, right?
Yeah, of course.
Pravino got in the.
He's like one of the PR guys. He got into. UFC.
We were making fun. Khabib was making fun of him a little bit. He got into the position, like when you're on a plane and it's going down. You get.
Oh my god. Well, if you saw Chris Pavino,
he got right.
And I don't work for the UFC anymore. So if you saw Chris Pavino, you'd understand. No offense, Chris.
Khabib was making fun of him. You tuck head in like ridiculous possum.
Like hedgehog.
Gotcha.
And then
JK.
Reed Harris was going nuts. Reed Harris was like, who are these guys? What's going on? Save us.
It must have seemed kind of surreal.
It was insane.
Yeah, because you're like, hold on a minute. There's no threat, really. We're on a bus. The window's been smashed. Connor's out there running around like a maniac. I would have found the whole thing hilarious.
That's kind of what I did.
As you said,
I pulled out the phone and I was just like,
Instagramming and shit. Like, that's what I would have done. It's not a real threat. It's like, go fuck yourself.
But at that point, because
little fucking Irish leprechauns running around.
Once I saw him, I was like, oh, all right.
At first,
and a bunch of B-level Bellator fighters.
At first, I was like, oh shit, we might. I don't know what.
McGregor and B-level Bellator fighters. I would have laughed my ass off. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, because Chiesa got cut, right? Like,
people were freaking out. He caused a whole bunch of drama.
That's the thing I would have been afraid of. Like, dude, he's fucking just being crazy. And when you start throwing, this is the problem when you go to like, you watch videos of like fights in the hood, right? At like a fucking Chuck E. Cheese, and it's not even that these people are dangerous fighters. They're just usually out of shape people from the hood. But they start throwing fucking chairs and tables, and it's like it's just the most dangerous like environment you could be in with a child. So that's why it's so like just terrifying to watch. So I would have been afraid that, like, yeah, Conor's not trying to hurt you, but in the process of him throwing dollies and all that other shit,
that
like,
shit can go wrong.
But do you think it's like a bit of living the character? Like if The Rock was The Rock all the time, like he's like chose now to
absolutely.
live life as like this loose cannon guy.
He's expected to be like that. Like at the press conference, I mean, it is all a performance, you know, because I've done that. I've had those stupid press conferences where I've gone out there and talked shit, but you kind of expected to do that. You know, you're trying to sell the fight for sure, which he did do. It's, as I said, I just watched some coverage on TMZ this morning. If it was a normal, sit down, formal, very polite, proper, respectful back and forth, people, we wouldn't be talking about it. We wouldn't be bringing up the boss. All right, well, you're here, so maybe we would. TMZ wouldn't be talking about it. It wouldn't be on all the websites. So it did what it was supposed to do, you know?
And the reality is, I don't think the UFC, you know, they're not wholly... At the end of the day, they wouldn't have it any other way. That promotion for this fight, it's the reason this fight's going to sell. I mean, look, even when you watch, you know, Khabib, he just can't fucking... I really did give a nice throaty Khabib there. Did you hear that?
Khabib, I'm proud of you.
And I practiced because Al's going to be here. I don't want to look like an idiot. I practiced saying Nurmagomedov, but fuck!
You can't say it.
Nurmagomedov. By the way, didn't I say it 150 times today? Come on. They said say it 10 times in a row, and I nailed it.
You did perfect.
Well, I'm very proud of you, Lewis, but who gives a fuck?
Sorry.
Al, how do you see the fight going down?
I hope Khabib mauls him in
do you think
in
you
the
will?
first round, and it would look great for me.
I'd
be right
Isn't
back
that
in
weird?
there.
As a fighter, anyone that you've fought, if you beat them, you want them to always win because you're the only guy that ever beat them. Or
Except Kevin Lee's the
or
only guy.
If you lose to them, you kind of secretly want them to beat the fuck out of everybody because like. I'm not in an exclusive. We all get beat of that guy.
Yeah, like that guy is just the guy.
Yeah, he's just that good. You
just
know?
makes you look better. But Kevin Lee's the only guy that I fought that I just don't want to see win.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I can't get something about him. I just want to. I don't want to see.
I know you're a good wrestler, but what is your wrestling background?
I wrestled in high school. I was decent in high school.
Okay.
All county. Never made it to the state tournament, but I did pretty good. And then I wrestled in junior college. Same thing. I was right up there, but never placed in the nation.
So not like a standout wrestler.
Yeah, not a standout. I was always like a hard-working kid. But
you can wrestle.
Yeah, I can wrestle.
Yeah.
You know, I think, you know, if I wrestle with tough guys, they'll be like
because Khabib had success in the fight. You know, at times, you know, he got you down a little bit and controlled you for a while, but he didn't have it easy. And the reason I'm saying that is because obviously Conor's coming up, but he hasn't. The English, the Irish, most of Europe, we don't wrestle like Americans do.
Yeah,
you know, so you think that's going to happen in the fight? Is he just going to get out wrestled or what? Or you think he's going to knock him out? Because you first came on my radar when I saw you knock out Ross Pearson. Obviously, he's a friend of mine. We were all on the same card.
Yep.
And I was, and I didn't know who you were. I mean, I knew your name. I knew you were in the UFC, but you know, Ross I was close with, and I thought this is going to be a good win for Ross. He's going to knock him out. You went out there. You looked fucking amazing. Knocked him out. It was beautiful. And then I thought, holy shit. So you can bang well, but you weren't able to put Khabib out of there. So he's obviously got a good chin.
He's got a good chin. I never really connected too clean with him. He does have an awkward style. You know, he does. He moves his head, and I guess it would be like Joe Rogan was kind of saying in the commentary that it was almost like amateurish or wrong. But I think
I saw all that.
I think they have it. I think that's just his style. It's kind of like that Russian style boxing, which is a little awkward, and it can be hard to time. It's not. His
jab was very effective. Was it in the fourth and fifth round?
Yeah,
he was busting you up pretty good with his jab.
I was tired and I wanted to keep pushing forward, and he kept me at like that perfect jab distance, and he did. He had a quick jab. I saw it on the way back. I didn't see it on the way there. I tried to move my head, but he's definitely got. I think he's gonna. Everyone's saying, "Oh, Conor's gonna knock him out on the feet, or Khabib's gonna get him down and maul him." I think it's a very more even fight than people think it.
Yeah, because Conor has got good grappling.
He's got some great stuff on the ground.
If you was it the first Nate Diaz fight? Yeah, I think it was the first Nate Diaz fight. He ended up on his back and he did a real nice sweep, kind of a very advanced technical sweep on Nate Diaz. And I saw that and I was like, oh shit, that was, I forget what it was right now, but it was impressive. It was a good technical move, you know. And he trains with John Kavanagh. They have good grappling, and I'm sure they've brought in wrestlers. So yeah, it's not quite that simple. You're right.
I think it's Khabib's going to impress a lot of people on his feet. And then if it goes to the ground, I think Conor's going to impress people. It's not going to be a one-sided.
Do you think he's fucked if it hits the ground? Do you think he's fucked if he gets to round 3?
I think because if he gets to round 3,
he runs out of gas.
He does.
You know, I'm not being a hater.
It depends how the first 3 rounds go.
History has shown that Conor runs out of gas in the 3rd round.
Yeah, it depends how the first 3 rounds go. I think if Khabib's like the first 2 rounds against me, if it's like that against Conor, I think it'll be a different story. I think Conor's would be. kind of on his way out at that point. But I don't know. He's got that X factor. He's made everyone, you know, he gets in people's heads and he switches their game up. It's gonna be.
And you can never count. Look, dude, I've a few times I've counted Conor McGregor out, and I'll say if he comes out and he beats Khabib after 2 years off, it's more than 2 years, right?
Yeah, well, whatever. It's something like that. Yeah,
That's like.
But if he does that, you're right. If all respect to Conor,
he
comes out and beats Khabib, who's 26-0, that no one else has ever done that, obviously, and he beats him and knocks him out,
that'd be crazy.
then fucking fair play.
And puts on the hat and walks out.
That'd be great. He should put the hat on.
The ultimate.
But when he's out cold, grab the fucking hat, put it on.
Go around, jump up the cage.
Yeah. What about?
Be
Let me ask you. I'm sure you watched the whole press conference. Did anything that Conor say piss you off? Because he took some shots at you. And I don't remember the exact quotes, but he was taking little pot shots about the last guy. I said it was you, number 11.
Number 11th ranked real estate agent you beat. That's great, right? Hey, fuck it.
Hey, you are a real estate agent.
It's all true. I was number 11th. I am a real estate agent.
It's totally true.
You're damn right.
What's the problem?
Still kick a lot of fucking people's asses. I don't know.
Why are you going to get Rachel?
Come on, Mike.
Where are we?
So I said, did bug you at all? No, I mean, I guess it's just good to sort of.
Khabib had my back. He knows. Yeah. He was in there with me. He knows. Yeah. He's been there. I mean, the guy's fought a lot of tough guys. You know. Course. I think Barbosa gives McGregor a run for his money too. You know, I think I give McGregor a run for his money.
Yeah, no, me too. 100%.
I think you know, but that's the mind games.
The hard part about getting to a title shot is working your way up through the ranks, beating all the other fucking killers, everyone that's just as hungry as you are to be the champion. But you got to put 4, 5, 6 wins together against those type of guys to get to that level, to get the shot. McGregor, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but he worked his ass off at featherweight, obviously, earned that right, knocked out Jose, became a fucking legend, and rightly so. But then he skipped all the killers at 155 and went straight to the belt, which, you know, you can't blame the UFC. It's all about making money. He's a huge star. He knocked out Jose in 13 seconds. He deserved it, in my opinion. But the hard part is starting at 15 and working your way to 1, you know?
Absolutely, yeah. He jumped the line, and Eddie Alvarez, I think a great matchup.
Beautiful performance as well, though.
Yeah, absolutely. But like you said, there was 15 through 1 that he kind of bypassed. And a bunch of people that are...
I'll be honest, I didn't see him beating Eddie Alvarez like that. In fact, so much so we had a little back and forth, me and McGregor. We had a bit of beef, shall we say. So it kind of petty to get back at him on the SiriusXM radio show that we used to do. I picked Eddie Alvarez to beat him, you know. I said, oh yeah, Eddie will kill him. And I got some messages off Conor, direct messages like, oh, Eddie will kill me, you know nothing, you fool. He went on a tirade of abuse for a while, and that was kind of the end of our relationship. You know, some threats made and whatnot, but he proved me wrong. You know, he said, I'll bet your entire show money on your next fight that I'll sleep him. And if I had taken that bet, I would have been fucked. But I didn't really believe that Eddie would have beat him, though. Do you know, I just said it because I was like trying to, you know, twist the knife back a little bit. But for my UK listeners, listen up. How would you like a free case of craft beer? Well, as a listener of our show, we'd like to thank you for listening with the help of our friends at beer52.com. Just go to beer52.com/believe to claim a free case of beer. Beer 52 is the world's most popular monthly craft beer discovery club, searching out incredible and exclusive small batch craft beers from the world's greatest breweries and bringing them right back for their members. There's a whole world of craft beer out there, and this is your chance to get on board with discovering it. Every month focuses on a new country or theme, and listeners who sign now will get to discover fantastic beers as part of their Oktoberfest month, featuring German classics such as Rothaus Pils, more experimental beers from up-and-coming brewers such as Schokobar, Chocolate Stout, a 7% IPA from BRLO, and an 8% Honigbock, made from using honey collected by hand from beer keepers around Munich. So you know it's good. You'll be able to read all about the beers and learn more about how they are made in the 100-page Ferment magazine included in the box, which is actually very cool if you're interested in beers. It breaks it all down, the process that they use to make these. And as a listener of our show, you can try your first case for free. Just pay $2.95 postage. That's pounds, £2.95 postage. That's 8 incredible craft beers, Ferment magazine, and the snack delivered next day shipping. It really is a no-brainer. There's no minimum commitment. You can just take the free case, try the beers, and see what you think. If it's not for you, you can pause, cancel anytime, no long-term contracts. Beer 52 has a 5-star rating on Trustpilot, so it's easy to see that their members love the service. And I'll tell you something else, the amount of people on Twitter that have messaged me saying thank you for the beers, it really is a great service. You know, everybody, all the feedback I've had so far, they're very, very happy with it. So just visit www.beer52.com/believe and claim your free case today. That's beer52.com. BEER52.com/believe. Free case of beer. You know, what more do you want?